Well, I didn't bother to turn that off. Well, okay, so now maybe, hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, God. Oh, God, I broke everything. Oh, my God. Oh, holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, fuck me, there's so many people. Okay, well, I wasn't paying attention to the chat at all because I was sharing out the stream for everyone, and I'm just trying out some basic stuff, see if I can get everything kind of working as I normally do. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the TimbsCast, where I fuck everything up as per usual. I'm just trying to catch up now on the chat. Let's see, you're gonna get that guy a wedgie. That's hilarious. Go Coalfire's not happy with Sony. Yeah, I wonder why. And Xbox is truly following their footsteps. Yes, it is. Dark Man goes, keep in mind when digital games first started, it was a market option that was cheaper. He goes, the one thing that the most W value, you could have a program set where you can have DRM-less versions of your games burned into a Blu-ray. I'm fully aware that people can do this themselves. Although if Valve did, it would make such a mess of this industry and send a message to the game industry. True, and now if we are not able to buy hard copies, we know not going to rip us off anymore or not selling our stuff. We will not be able to truly own anything or put a USB. Well, even with the USB, it's still technically not really owning the game because you're owning a USB stick and you could flash. Like right now, I could boot up Epic Game Store and literally put Borderlands 3 on a on a hard drive per se, and that would technically be owning it on a separate device. Blu-ray, as far as like the USB stick, no, thank you. That one. But hello, everyone, and probably by the title, if you're watching on Kick, or if you saw the, if you're as smart as me, you'd be arrogant too. Trust me, I'm far more intelligent than my face will lead you to believe. Oh, Lord, why did it turn off immediately? Okay, that's cool. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm not gonna deal with this tonight. Hell no, fuck you. So let's see, where do I turn that feature off real quick? Yeah, well, yep. We're gonna turn that off while I'm streaming, so that way it doesn't keep doing that shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk tonight, shall we? When our first stage. Oh my God, you're horrible. You are horrible. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Oh Lord, I'm not even gonna get into any of that. I don't care. I don't care. I've already dealt with it. I don't care. What I am gonna do, however, we're gonna talk tonight about, because this is technically 250 years of USA, motherfucker. And we're going to talk about how we're getting fucked in the ass tonight. Yeah, because why not, right? I swear, these corporations, they are just out to screw us. And so tonight we've got some very, very heated topics to talk about. We got a lot of insanity to go on. So let's go ahead and get into the meat of the story of tonight, which is Stop Killing Games has lost, and I mean lost, both of the laws and court cases that we're going through. So the lawmakers, instead of listening to the millions and the millions and the millions, really? Oh, come on. Why? Oh, and my MacBook hates me tonight. Got it. To the millions of people who have been saying, we don't want Stop Killing Games to go away, right? We don't want it to go away. We want it to stay around, right? We want the ability to keep our games as we see fit. And what do? They tell us to take that and shove it right up our ass. I just literally just told us to take it and to shove it right up our ass. With no lube, no nothing, no discussion about it or whatever. Nope, just fuck you. I don't care about that. We're celebrating when the U.S. became independent. If we're gonna play technical, then technically George Washington wasn't the first president of the United States. But I'm not here to play tentacle politics. I'm here to be pissed off about the fact that Stop Killing Games didn't win when it should have. And no amount of, like, trying to sit there and be like, oh, I mean, we didn't technically get back in office or anything like that. Like, no, fuck off with that. We got screwed. We so got screwed, and it makes me so mad because you had bipartisan support not only in California, but in freaking in the EU, all across the EU, and you're telling me that they just magically changed on a dime? Yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever you say, man. Yeah, I think they've been paid under the table, if you ask me. Yeah, I almost for certain believe that was underneath the freaking table. They so underneath the table without any doubt about it. I honestly think there's some bribery going on. When we weren't the U.S. before that, we were tea drinking, anti-air conditioning colonialists. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Although I got a soundbite just for that. Wait a minute. What am I doing? I got a soundbite just for that. I got a soundbite for that. Oh, come on. Why do you need access?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, my God.
Also, by the way.
God, now I'm flaccid.
This whole situation has now made me flaccid. And I can't wait to get banned on YouTube for everything I've said so far because I'm streaming both here and YouTube. So, here's the thing, right? What makes me so mad about this whole situation, what makes me so mad about it, right, is that you're telling me that these people get not only to decide whether, like, the ESA, if I got that acronym correctly, should not have been able to bribe them like they did. The fact that they did pisses me off. It pisses me off. Why does it piss me off, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it pisses me off because that meant that they get to basically decide when we are allowed to have our stuff when we. And literally right after they lost both the US and the EU, freaking Sony comes out and goes, oh, by the way, we're not going to make any more physical discs. We're gonna stop that because we're into what the audience wants. Bull crap. I call bull crap on that one. Bull crap.
Wow.
Just.
Oh, my God.
Just nope. Retard alert. Nope. Don't buy that. I don't buy that for a second. Not a second. I do not buy that at all. Wait, what happened? Oh, we should celebrate. Oh, President Adams would be, I know which, John, would that be John Quincy Adams or John, Adams? Which Adams are you talking about there? Let's see here. Where the hell is that freaking setting at? I'm trying to find it where it, like, stops from pausing the screen every 5 minutes. Is it just me, or they changed where everything was from where I previously had it? But I feel like they did, and it's screwing with me a lot. Let's see, where's screensaver at? Okay, start screens. Let's see, no. Where is that feature at? It's always around here somewhere. I know it's somewhere around here. Bull crap. Man, okay, buddy. Okay, whatever you say on that one. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, let me go take a look. Oh, Lord. Oh, there you go. Oh, come on, really? Anyways, I'm just going to continue on forward. So, let's see what else. Oh yeah, oh yeah, we all know what they're doing. It is bloody obvious. I mean, couldn't get more obvious than that. I feel like it might be in screen time. That's what it might be. Nope, never mind. Nope. Lock screen. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Well, okay. There you go. Hey, that's fine. You kidding me? No, I need it on. So there you go. Leave it right there for now. So now I can finally get into what I've been wanting to talk about without my MacBook constantly turning off every 5 minutes. So let's see here. Let's see, screen here. Alrighty. So let's get into it, shall we? Because right here, we got the Stop Killing Games post on YouTube, which you guys should totally go to YouTube. Seriously, drop a subscription. Make sure you show them love. We got to get the comments going. We got to get this into the algorithm, because unfortunately, that's the only option we've got right now. Because so far, our politicians have not cared a single bit about we as the consumers. So we need to push for people that actually will care about us as consumers. Because at the end of the day, we should own the products that we pay for, not the corporations that only make the products. Because at the end of the day, my personal belief is that if you buy a game, you should own that game. If you buy a car, you should own that car. If you buy a laptop, you should own that laptop. That what you buy is what you should own. It should never be the company's property at that point, because money has exchanged hands, goods have exchanged hands. You should keep it. Oh, it still turns off anyhow. Okay, never mind. It don't work anyhow. Fine. Go on. I'm gonna have a little talk with Adam about that setting. Get that fixed, because that's not correct. You should not be ignoring what I'm doing, but okay. Anyways. So, getting back to it, right? I am a little pro. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's see. Dropped it there. That's fine. Because I got to use the mouse anyhow, so that's fine. I appreciate the follow. That means a lot. Whoa, buddy. Woo!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I also got to thank Emperor for all those sound bites. So hilarious. Anyways, getting back to it, right? So Stop Killing Games posted up 8 hours ago, and I was actually on the call when all this went up live. Goes, Stop Killing Games news. We want you. Join us on the voice chat. Crap is hitting the fan, because it did. So that's the Discord link. Paul was the guy who posted on the YouTube side. This is the same post that's also on their Reddit and their Twitter posts. So make sure you're following them there on Reddit and YouTube and on Twitter as well, or X, and whatever you want to call it, which I've got it up right here, and I'm going to show some of my posts in a minute about it. Could you imagine if Obama gave... No thanks, I'm not going to say that. Nope. Not going to say that. But what I'm going to do is go on with this. This is a grim moment for the gaming community, for ownership, of which some groups want to say we don't have, for the consumer rights, and for the wilder internet as a whole. The events of the last few days have overwhelmed us with jaw-dropping news breaking by the hour. Lobbying behind closed doors, Video Games Europe / Ubisoft invited the European Commission for a private meeting taking place 13 days before the Commission's answer to the EC. The European Commission, let's see, that was what happened right there, which obviously you can see that post there, which I kind of covered it, and basically they took him backstage, said, well, what if we did this and this and this, because Like, they gave the same questions, basically, which was, well, we can't support games forever, or what if these games cause children to get harmed, or this and that and the other, right? You know, video games that children don't normally play at all, usually it's grown adults that play it on private servers. Yeah, well, apparently, and this is the best part, is because the ESA came out and said that if, what was it? If you own a private server in Minecraft or Call of Duty, right? That means you're a criminal. I was like, what? Wait a minute, I'm a criminal? But wait, what? That was the most wild statement I ever heard in my entire life, is that you're a criminal by 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 having a private Minecraft server. I was like, what in the hell? Was the events, let's see. Right here, the events of the last few days have been overwhelming for us with jaw-dropping news breaking by the hour. Let's see. The European Commission, the EC, failed its citizens by denying the new legislation and outright ignoring to ask for clarification on what our rights are, despite the millions of us asking them to. Uh-oh. Oh, good Lord. Be careful pressing your luck. You're going to get banned. Kick has been cranking down on a lot of that stuff lately, so just be aware of that. There's not a whole lot I can do without completely turning it off, but then I turn off monetization as well. So my hands are tied on that one. Let's see. Oh, yeah. California's Protect Our Games Act. That was what the... I couldn't remember if it was Preserve Our Games or Protect Our Games. But it goes, California's Protect Our Games Act. The ESA lied to lawmakers and the public to sway their legislative decision by affirming that Minecraft/COD community servers are illegal, field privacy, and are akin to black markets. And the POG Act failed to gather the needed votes. As the politicians decided to change their minds, they've actively obstructing the enforcement of your rights. Did you see what Domino's Pizza in the UK said about Sony? Oh, yeah, I wanted to get into that in a moment. If you want to send me that post. I want you to send me that post if you can, because I would love to read that. Anyway, oh, God, I gotta stop. Anyways. Let's see. And then, literally, as they were getting ready to post this, right? That's when Sony came out and said, no more games for you. How dare you? So then they put right here, Sony has nuked ownership. In a casual blog post, Sony, under PlayStation, announced today that they will cease all physical game production in 2028. This essentially erases legal game preservation and ownership on their platform. Physical copies gave you the option to preserve, lend, or resell, or independently access your purchased copy of a game. Sony will then effectively hold a monopoly over not only the distribution, but the preservation and price policy as well. In the same breath, Sony announced the shutdown of the stores for the PlayStation 3 and the PS Vita, which they've already attempted a few years ago before backpedaling due to massive consumer backlash. However, today we see that play as limits. Your entirety to their mercy from that point forward. Yep. So I think what we should do is read through a couple of these, shall we? Let's read through a couple of them. And oh yeah, I forget it. Because the monitor for some reason goes left when it should go right because of the connection. But I don't care. I'm not gonna keep fuddling with it. What I am gonna do is head over here. There we go. And now let's link right. Oh, let's see, going from here. Come on. Do. Here we go. Stop Killing Games calls out lobbyists access to EU officials before critical June 16th deadline. Right here. So the key highlights of the Stop Killing Games released an open letter aimed at the industry lobbyist groups. I need to put in the ad guard thing for this because I fucking hate ads. Let's see. Stop Killing Games released an open letter amidst the industry lobbyist groups that are holding a key dialogue in Brussels on June 3rd with the European Commission members and game publishers. The CEO also in attendance. The dialogue comes just before the EU Commission is set to respond to the initiative on June 16th, which obviously happened quite a while ago. The campaign argues that organizers of this dialogue, Video Games Europe, VGE, have incorrectly portrayed this as a demand for, quote, permanent, end quote, online server support, which is when its actual goal is to ensure games remain functional or have, quote, reasonable, end quote, end-of-life solutions, after official support ends. Ubisoft CEO, God, I'm going to try to pronounce that person's name, is also attending the dialogue. Ubisoft's decision to shut down the crew stands out as one of the major moments that sparked the SKG movement. A rated M game is not for kids. Nope, it's never been for kids. I don't understand why people think it's for kids. Let's see, the Stop Killing Games campaign has published an open letter accusing the industry lobbyist group of exercising undue influence over the European Commission. Yeah, I wonder why. Just 2 weeks before the body is expected to formally respond to the European Citizens Initiative, the ECI, on June 3rd of 2026, Video Games Europe, VGE, these are hard to pronounce, and European Games Developer Federation, not even going to try to pronounce that one, are hosting a, quote, invitation-only, end quote, event at Brussels, titled Games in Europe, Built Here, Play Globally. Okay, buddy. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure, buddy. Whatever you say. The event brought together Europeans' top gaming industry CEOs and key EU decision makers to discuss the regulatory economic future of games in Europe. Among these present were the executives from studios and publishers, including SYBO Games, Xbox, Supercell, King, Garitha Games, alongside senior European Commission officers. Officials. Ubisoft CEO was also listed as a participant. That detail did not go unnoticed. I wonder why. Let's see. Ubisoft is not just another game company in this conversation. The French publisher made headlines when it shut down the Crew game, an online paid game, without giving players any way to continue playing it. That decision became one of the defining moments that gave the Stop Killing Games movement its momentum back in 2024. Since then, Ubisoft has faced multiple legal action from French consumer organization UFC. I did not mean to click that. Q Corsair over the shutdown and remains under scrutiny from consumer protection authorities in both France and Australia. The fact that the CEO was sharing a room with the senior commission officials just 13 days before the June 16th response deadline is exactly what prompted Stop Killing Games to speak up. Let's see. I have no idea what you two are saying. Gonna have to speak English there. VGE is obviously misleading more than a lot. The Stop Killing Games campaign has more than 1.2 million verified supporters across the EU. Its core demand is straightforward. It asks that games be sold or licensed to consumers, remain in a functional state, and that the publishers provide, quote, reasonable means, end quote, for continued operation before remotely disabling them. It does not ask for online services to remain indefinitely. Yet, according to the campaign's open letter, Video Games Europe has consistently in that position. VG's own position paper, published on July 10th of 2025, openly claims it's, quote, not clear, end quote. I wonder where they got that from. What Stop Killing Games seeks to achieve. And then reframes the demand entirely, representing it as a requirement to provide online services forever or to remain mandatory private servers. The campaign calls the situation straightforward, quote, misdirection, end quote. Oh, you just sent it? Oh, perfect. Appreciate it. It then structures the rest of its paper around that replacement, taking a stance against indefinite server support, permanent use, releasing game code, server binaries, as well as concerns over intellectual property risk, player safety risk. Oh, felt it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's felt it. Yep, totally felt it. Oh, man, this is... I guess I forgot to make sure that would trigger correctly, so I apologize. I'll make sure to double check that after I'm done tonight. Or maybe I forgot to amp the two, but that was supposed to have played a sound effect. Anyways, oh my lord, this is horrible. Oh god, California's got, oh god, I'm scared to read this. We got a lot to get through tonight. We have a lot. Let's see. Quote, some of those may be real issues for specific technical solutions. They are not the proposal, SKG replied. Quoting further, this is the core misrepresentation that VGE takes a flexible demand for responsive end-of-life planning, turns it into a demand for indefinite support and private server obligations, then declares that that version misappropriated, unsafe, and legally impossible. That's not engaging with the initiative. That's rewriting it before answering it. That is misdirection, end quote. How California handled the same issue. So we're going to read a little bit how California handled it, and then we're going to move to the next part of this. Because we got, like I said, a lot to freaking cover. Holy crap. Let's see. While Russia's delivery rates, California has already moved into action, assembling the Bill 1921, better known as the Protect Our Games Act, which would prohibit publishers from disabling consumer copies of video games without either providing a means to continue running them or offering a refund to affected players. The bill has just passed the California State Assembly and is now heading to the State Senate. You'll see what happened after that. What's particularly relevant here is how California lawmakers dealt with the same lobbying arguments that circulated in Europe. The Entertainment Software Association here in the U.S., it's why I keep quoting him, ESA, argued that the bill assumed a, quote, unrestricted ownership interest on the part of consumer. The Assembly Community Analysis rejected that framing outright, clarifying that AB 1921 quote, does not contain language, end quote, that suggests the bill focuses on, quote, ordinary use, end quote. And the purpose remedy is simply noticed, followed by either a playable version or a refund. In contrast to the European Commission, that has had more time, more meetings, and clearer explanations, yet some parts still seem to be going in circles on whether the issue needs action. Members of the European Parliament from multiple political groups have also raised the issues in recent plenary session. I'm not even sure how to pronounce any of that. Noted the Commission's representative had been repeating the, quote, arguments of a handful of large publishers almost word for word, end quote, at public hearings. Arguments that, quote, do not reflect how games actually work, and, quote, do not reflect what these citizens are asking for, end quote. So, that's to give you the context of the setup for a lot of what happened. So, going back into here, right? Now, we click here, we go into here. It gets worse. Because this is when the EU just completely... Now, I was expecting the EU to push all of this well before the United States. Because the United States is not known for supporting consumer rights whatsoever without like heavy, like without like super heavy support. I've noticed the U.S. is not very kind about pushing for consumer support whatsoever. It never has been, never will be, honestly, and it's kind of disturbing if you ask me. So, getting back into this, right? Stop Killing Games. The EU rejects the 1.3 petition, backs the code of conduct instead. Oh boy. updated on June 2026. Since the story was first published, the campaign has moved fast on two fronts. In the EU, the EU Parliament held a preliminary debate on the initiative on May 21st of 2026 before the Commission ruled, and 45 members of the European Parliament have now signed an inquiry calling for legislative action. Stop Killing Games has formally published its polls demanding into the Digital Fairness Act. Founder Ross Scott says that the movement is now, quote, in position to pass legislation at this event without the Commission's blessing, end quote. And California, the Protect Our Games Act, has advanced past the first Senate milestone on June 23rd of 2026 and reached the Senate Business Professional and Economic Development Committee hearing on June 29th, 2026. The EU Commission's underlying decision, no legal mandate, a voluntary code of conduct by the end of 2026, remains unchanged. Figures below are currently as of late 2026. See, that's that's all. Let's see. Okay, so that's stuff we've already covered from the previous one. So going right here, this is when California completely fell apart. Let's see, and you're gonna love this. You're just gonna love this. This is gonna make you just either laugh or be so angry that you'll just explode with rage. You'll just explode with rage because you don't know what else to do. It is. Just get ready for this. This is so incredibly bad, what you're about to read here. So incredibly bad. So, ESA tries to walk back, calling private and community service illegal. Stop Killing Games was in the news yesterday as it appeared on the California Senate community hearing, where it continued to draw much debate and failed to proceed forward. But the real-life fireworks came from the video game lobbyist, the Entertainment Software Association, ESA, formerly best known from running E3. These people were running E3? Wow. Just wow. Oh, well, felt it indeed. Oh, I felt it.
Wow.
That's terrible. These people were the ones that were running it. Oh, Lord have mercy. During the community hearing, Jennifer Gibbons, the ESA's Vice President of Government Affairs, was the Interpretive Assembly member Chris Ward to state about community servers like Minecraft that, quote, they are illegal. They are not in any way affiliate with Microsoft. Microsoft for Minecraft has gotten a lot of criticism because those community servers are not employing the same safety standards that Microsoft does on their Minecraft servers, end quote. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Oh, Lord, this person. Let's see. That drastic prompt follows up such a standard state, counting asking if Gibbons would compare it to the black market of video games, which Gibbons responded positively before going further and stating that they would consider a piracy, given that we are in a world where Minecraft openly brags about its community servers and allows players to download files, especially to host them. It's not the wisest decision to call all community servers illegal pirate black markets. In fact, it seems the ESA has a similar thought as reaching out to them today to have them back off some of the more continuous wording in their new statement. Instead, they said, quote, Private servers that host or distribute copyrighted game content without authorization infringe on the intellectual property rights of game publishers. While publishers may take different approaches, all publishers reserve the right to exercise their rights against IP infringement. The provision in CAAB 1921, good lord, I wish they would pick a different way to put that stuff, that proposed these as legitimate alternative to keep games running raises concerns about a publisher's ability to enforce their IP rights. In addition, private servers operate with no oversight from the publisher and do not hold the same trust and safety standards. This could create an unsafe environment for players to be encountered in the industry's commitment to fostering safe and fun gameplay for all players, end quote. This is somewhat different as the case to where there has been no permission granted. It's more of a gray area in many ways. Unlike cases where the server files provide for players to host their own servers, we have reached out to Microsoft to see if they have a statement about if community servers are illegal. For Stop Killing Games, it failed to reach a majority in the community, but are seeking to get considered while building a greater lobbying effort both in California and other parts of the U.S. That is one fucking hell of a statement. Wow. Okay. Glad to know I'm a fucking criminal just because I played on a private Minecraft server one time. I'm glad to know not only did I ruin Microsoft's day, but I ruined everyone else's day by doing that. And that apparently I'm a giant criminal that should go to prison for 500 years or whatever the hell they feel like throwing me in for. Here you go. Yeah, say this is how I feel about you. Here you go. Here you go. Just accept this. Useless is what you are. Useless. Should be dismantled. Should be totally illegal what they're doing. It should be so highly illegal that they all have to go to federal prison for life. That's how illegal it should be. And I cannot believe that they are just allowing this to get away. They're just allowing this to happen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say anymore. Because it gets even better, because now here comes Sony. Why not, right? As if Sony couldn't prove that they're any worse of a company. Could not prove that they're any worse. Here they come with their news about physical disc. So let's read the blog, shall we? Let's read it. Oh man. Here we go. So said that physical disc production will end on January of 2028 for new games released on the PlayStation consoles. Oh boy. In response to shifting trends in consumer preference, new games will be released on the PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. From the Senior Director of Sony Entertainment Content Commission, Sid Sherman, I believe is how you pronounce it, should go screw himself. He should have to go screw himself with a spiky cactus. For what was written here. And I just, hold on, before we go into it, right? I just want to know who the hell is the 698 people that likes this? Who is the nearly 700 people? Well, actually, you know what? You can go ahead and round it out to 700 people who likes this. I can't wait to read the 5,912 comments that are in this. This is going to be good. As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical disc to digital, physical game disc production for all new games released on the PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January of 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on the PlayStation Store as retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that already exist or will be releasing prior to January 2028 on this format. This is the natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical disc. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. We will continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players can prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. For more important updates on the PlayStation Store for the PS3 and the PS Vita announcement, please click here. Wow. Just.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Yeah, just.
Oh my God!
Why? Why? Just why? That's not what we asked. Who asked for this? Who? If you're in the comment section watching right now, please tell me if you asked for this. If you happen to be watching this VOD afterwards or watching the clip or anything like that, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you asked for digital-only games with no ownership whatsoever. Please let me know. I would love to read your comment and would love to know why you decided this. I just have to know why. Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Just, oh my Lord. Just, he's felt it. I'm just saying the gaming industry is just so.
It's fucked in the ass.
When no lube, it's just.
It's fucked in the ass.
I'm just saying. It's like, come on.
Oh my God!
Because I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. What else can I say? I'm scared to click on this link. So let's click here because this ought to be what their excuse for this one's gonna be. Oh boy, I can't wait. Can't wait for this one. Upstairs on the PlayStation Store for the PS3 and the PS Vita. Oh yeah, I want to read the comment section. I meant to read that. Hold up. You know what? Let's go back real quick. I'm gonna go read the comment section before I read this. We can go ahead and close out of there. So what is the comment section? Oh, I don't care. I will be a jerk as much as I want to. I do not like this. I've always preferred physical to digital. Really disappointing news. Terrible news. Rest in peace. Game collecting. We have literally owned nothing now but licenses. This is horrible decision, Sony. I also believe with how expensive hardware is getting, they're going to have people lease their consoles instead of owning them outright. I feel like we are heading in the wrong timeline. Let's see. I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm not sure what language that's, so I apologize. But however, right here he goes, I've always had a chance to choose between both. I've avoided spoilers of my favorite games on social media. I've waited weeks after the game release because I've always preferred the physical version. I prefer to own what I'm paying for, not get a license. You're destroying the video game industry. You're destroying the legacy of what video games came from. Completely disagree with this. Time to move to Nintendo again. Oh, Nintendo's not much better. Nintendo's not much better, buddy. Oh, Lord.
Oh my God!
Nintendo's not better. Nintendo's not better. Oh, Lord. Oh, God, this guy's going to go to Nintendo. What the hell? This guy's going to Nintendo. Why is he going to Nintendo? Oh, God. Oh. No, there's no hope. There's no hope for humanity. We're so screwed. Oh, we were just so screwed. It was always going to happen. Please continue to produce collector's edition. Oh, God. Okay, I bought every new generation of PlayStation as released. It looks like the PS6 is where it sadly ends for me. It will be a mini PC underneath my TV with cheap games from the new generation. Seeing as I won't be able to have a physical copy of my game in my hands, I might as well spend the money on the digital PC editions of games instead. Horrible decision, but what can you expect from this company at this point? I'm guessing if I had to guess, this basically means I paid $80 for digital to only be able to own digital copies on a PS5 Pro. What the hell, PlayStation? That's what I'm going to assume it reads. I'm not happy about this one bit. This leads to more of the quote not owning end quote side. Also, if that's the case, the lower prices by 15%, physical media should be protected. What I think should be done is to allow you to sell the digital license to games on your account. For a lot of people, selling their games was their main way for getting new games. Not sure where this information is coming from. I like my media in physical format. It seems like a money grab to save on physical media production. How will we fit those non-physical games on our console without the price of storage being raised astronomically? Just a couple of thoughts on this announcement. Quote, you will own nothing and be happy, end quote, seems to be less and less like a conspiracy theory. Given Sony has taken away media purchases in digital format, including video games, physical media access is what keeps them from doing that more or less. The convenience of digital should not be grounds for dismissal of physical media, but we know what this is all about. Control. Well, it seems like I'm dipping out of PlayStation for newer titles after that. It's been a good run, however, PC would be much digital only, as I might as well stick to that. Exclusives on consoles aren't worth the risk of the company removing the game from my library because to them, we don't own a copy of the game as we do on disc. We merely pay for the license that they can revoke at a whim. I don't usually log in to comment on PlayStation blogs, but you have to be kidding me, right? This is a late April Fool's joke. Totally not happy with this in the slightest. Being a PlayStation since the 90s, wow. We're going to read a few more, then we'll move on to the next one. Announcing this the same day as you're announcing the end of the PlayStation 3 and Vita stores is the biggest load of nonsense I've ever heard. You're putting a finite existence on video gaming, subjecting it to the whims and maintenance of a single corporation entity. I hope you realize what a terrible decision this is, especially with the growing global prices of memory and storage prices. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is some heinous nonsense. This is heinous. This is really heinous. Ouch. Pretty disappointed that despite my obvious joke of a name, this I respected PlayStation for most. And comes on a disc fully. With to that. Hopefully we can get enough pushback to reverse the course in the next year or so, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I hate this. I usually only buy digital games if it's an annual release or physical games for a game that isn't on annual release. This is horrible. So much for game preservation. Hey, I was just wondering, is this on a season April Fool's joke? I feel like I gotta keep reading these comments because, man, they are just pointing out so much good stuff that I don't even have to add anything because they legitimately are saying everything I would be saying. I'm just like,
Wow.
I'm so happy to see people come out like this, right? I'm so happy to see people come out and just be like, no, we're not accepting this. Screw you, PlayStation. Go screw yourself. We're not putting up with this nonsense. I'm so glad to see it. It makes me so happy to see it. I'm just so happy. Legitimately.
Yeah.
Literally. Just, oh yeah. No freaking doubt about it whatsoever. I'm so happy to see it happening. That people are standing up and saying something about this because we should be standing up and saying something about it. This should not go unpunished. This should not go unnoticed. We should not let this happen. We should stand up and say something about this. And the fact that I've actually been in arguments with people who defend this. I've actually been in legitimate arguments with people who defend this, who act like it's perfectly okay. Literally, so a YouTuber was making fun of somebody else who was talking about the Save the Kids Act, was telling us that there was more to life than PlayStation and whatnot, and that Stop Killing Games didn't matter. And I'm like, you're an idiot and you don't understand the consequences of what you're saying. You have no idea what you're doing to yourself. But you'll understand in 10 years from now when you own nothing and you have to enjoy it. When it basically gets to the point where the government can just take your house away just because they don't like you. And guess what? You get to be homeless just because the government don't like you. And the same way as Sony and the same way that Sony is revoking access to purchase films from people's libraries, absolutely not. I buy physical for all the big releases. It's the only way to know you actually own something. And then we're going to read a couple more, then I'm going to get on to the next article. I know I'm kind of driving. If that's the case, I will buy all my games on Steam from now on. If they don't offer a drive for PS6, I will just stick with the Pro. No need if I can't play what I already have. I mean, honestly, I would just say fucking sell it. I mean, the only reason why we're keeping the PS5s is because we use them as streaming services. If we had a better streaming box like the Steam machine, I would fucking say get rid of the PlayStation 5. Fuck the PlayStation 5. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't even want to touch my PS4 controllers. I don't even want to now. I kind of have to because I'm a proper docking station for my MacBook. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I would just fucking use the Logitech controller that I have. Because fuck this. Fuck everything about this. Fuck everything about this. This can fuck all the way off. This is some bullshit. This is nonsense. This is ridiculous. This should not be tolerated whatsoever. I gotta ask, this battery thing. You know what? Let me check something real quick. Because I'm sitting here. I'm thinking to myself, well, this should not be happening at all, right? Like, you would think, right, that this should not be happening, but for some reason it is. And not only is it happening, but it's screwing over the consumer. The consumer is getting screwed over so bad that I don't understand why anybody would be okay with this. I'm certainly not. No part of me's okay with this. I don't. I just don't. I don't get it, right? I don't know. I just. Oi, mate, oi. Just oi. I'm kind of at a loss for words at this point because I don't know what to say. I mean, it's like, tell me I'm getting screwed without telling me I'm getting screwed. Is exactly how that's going. Is I'm just getting screwed without even getting a chance to, say otherwise. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. We're reading even further goes, well, if you want people to stop buying new game systems, this is the choice, I guess. But this will mean I will never buy another PlayStation, as the way digital purchases are handled have shown me that it's a risk to pay a single penny for a digital game, as one glitch on Sony's part can have your account banned, make you lose out on every digital purchase you have made. I was lucky enough to experience and was locked from using any of my content for over a month until I finally escalated to a high enough level to fix it. But that experience is why I will never ever embrace digital only unless they're doing digital only without DRM software, and we know that ain't happening. So I guess my PS5 is my last Sony console until the decision is changed. And Coldfire says in the comment section, fuck you. Yeah, I fully agree with that.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Fuck you, the Sony. You, Sony. Yes. You're going to somehow sell us and trade us only digital copies, right? Well, I'm not buying a PS6 then. Shame on you, Sony. So 2 more, and then we're done. 2 more, and then we're done. And I'm going to read the next one and see what people have to say there. So let me make sure I've got this one correct. PlayStation is discontinuing physical disc sales because of, quote, reasons, end quote, which will force us, the consumers, to move exclusively over to their digital store where they have less choices. And on top of that, at the same time as forcing the consumers into all digital future, the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita stores are being closed down with no replacement to buy games, forcing us away from the old consoles that we loved. How is any of this supposed to be good news? Let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make an amend. Power Cosplay, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You know what? Real quick, guys, I'm just going to do this real quick. Let's see. I'm going to do this real quick, because I'll pin it in the comment section below. But real quick, if you guys want to check out my Patreon, if you're watching the VOD afterwards, or if you're watching it live, consider hitting that link up and helping me. Because every little bit is just, I'm just praying that Nintendo doesn't follow in their footsteps. Oh God, if Nintendo follows in their footsteps, oh dear fucking God, if that happens. So consider joining the Patreon to help me. Anyways, what the hell, guys? Seriously? This is such an awful anti-consumer move. This is something Microsoft would have. I think I'm done with PlayStation this generation, sadly. I may as well save up for a PC and get everything in one. If anything, you should give people like limited run games and others the chance to do physical disc and collector's edition for you guys. It's the least you could do. I haven't even bought a PS5. Yeah, don't buy a PS5. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Okay. Final comment, and then we're done here. If we're going to read what the PS Vita people about that. I'm going to be honest, I quit buying games. I hope I'm not the only one seeing this trend of licensing purchases versus game purchases. And it's disturbing that you're all okay with this. Or worse, that you have many of us convinced it's okay. It's too bad because I love a lot of your first-party games. The story you're telling is you employ is sometimes freaking amazing. I can't be the only one who's cried into his or her controller when Aunt May died at the end of the first Spider-Man game, but I digress. This will break me, and I believe this will break you once you begin to take things from people that they just, quote, purchased, end quote. To clarify, I'm not saying, quote, if, end quote, I'm saying when, end quote. Your recent news about removing video games from certain people's accounts prove it. You have a few years to reverse this. Whatever you choose to do, don't screw it up and don't screw us, please. Yeah, Nintendo will screw you 5 ways to Sunday. Nintendo will screw you 5 ways to Sunday. That's what they do. Oh, man, this is sad. Do I want to go back on my word and read more? I'm gonna go back on my word and read more. I just kind of want to keep reading this because, like, just seeing the outpour of people who hate what is happening right now actually brings me joy, because it lets me feel that, you know what, people are saying we are done with this nonsense and we don't want to deal with this anymore, and it actually makes me happy to see this. Let's see, this is a terrible decision. As a longtime PlayStation consumer, this will cause me to evaluate my console choice for the next generation. Digital only is not the best incentive. Is not in the best interest of the consumer. It is not something I'm not interested in. It's something that I'm not interested in. Okay, make sure I'm reading this correctly. This, along with the decision to proceed with releasing, quote, a PS6 end quote, at the time when components are at near record prices, and making this hobby unaffordable for many. You risk killing the industry with these short-sighted decisions rooted in greed. I hope you reevaluate this decision and realize that $3 you might be saving is not going to be worth the damage to this industry that it will cause. Yeah, they don't care. They cut every corner to make a buck. That's what they do. Time and time again.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Oh, yeah.
it's just like,
God, now I'm flaccid.
I'm just saying, it's like,
God, now I'm flaccid.
oh my Lord, help me. Help me, Jesus. Well, let's read into this right here, because this ought to be good. Oh, Lord, the 250 people who like this. What is wrong with you people? Why? Why are people liking this? What is good about any of this? What the hell? What is wrong with these people? Oh my Lord. What is wrong with these people? I just no. No, 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 no. Just no, no, no. See, update on the PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita. Let's see, changes start this year in select markets, following by global changes in 2027. Oh.
Oh my God.
I'm already gonna. Oh, and it's from the senior director. Lovely. Of course it is. Of course it is. That's just, oh my God. Oh my God in heaven. What's wrong with these people? After nearly 2 decades of supporting the PS3 console generation, we wanted to let you know that PlayStation Store and the PS3, as well as the PS Vita. The PlayStation Store and the PS3 will be closed in select markets starting this year, followed by the global closures in the following year. This means that new content purchases will no longer be possible once the PS Store closes on these devices. To ease the transition, players will still be able to download previously purchased content after the closing date for the foreseeable future. That's not really easy. So if your account didn't get banned and you're able to and somehow say you're able to restore it to a PS3, they're saying you can download the content that you originally purchased, but I don't buy that. I don't buy that one bit, because if they're willing to strip you of what you have on your PS5 and your PS4, I don't buy that you're able to keep what you have on your PS3. Or just, no, I don't believe that. Not even for a moment. As the PlayStation Store continues to evolve to support modern commerce systems, including updated payment processing standards, the PS3 and the Vita are no longer able to support these updates at the level required. As a result, we will need to close the PlayStation Store on these devices in the time frames that follows. In Mexico, Honduras, Nicaragua, Store 3 will be closed starting August 2026. Additional Latin American and Middle Eastern countries will follow in late 2026, and all other countries will be closed in July of 2027. Oh, good. Sony's being sued for them right now. Perfect. I'm glad Sony's being sued by them. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, on that one. When on the news may be disappointing to PS3 and PSV players who hold a special place in their heart for this generation of gaming. The PS3 and PS represents an important era in our PlayStation history. So this is not an easy decision for us to make.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, buddy. Sure. Sure, it wasn't an easy decision to make. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
This is what I say to that.
He's gay.
That's why I say that. This is all just like, I swear they must be.
Troll the living fuck out of him.
That's what they're doing. They are trolling. They are trolling us.
Troll the living
Fuck out of us. It's like we're getting
It's fucked in
the ass with no lube. No lube. Not even a kiss on the cheek, not even a peck on the nose or nothing. Not even a freaking pat on the head. Nothing. Just nothing. We're just getting nothing. It's like, he's felt it. And it's just no. 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 Just no.
Wow.
Bull crap. I don't believe you. I do not believe you for 1 second. I do not believe you. Bull crap. I call bull crap on that one. As we continue to expand the PlayStation experience on newer devices that most of our users are playing on today, we need to focus more resources on developing the best gaming experiences on these platforms as we look ahead towards the future. To our amazing players, we want to give our heartfelt thanks for your ongoing passion and support, which has helped inspire us to shape the PlayStation into what it is today. We are excited for the future ahead as we continue to push the boundaries of play. I'm assuming they meant to say playing. Let me fix that. We are excited for the future as we continue to push the boundaries of playing video games. We look forward to having you on this journey with us as we explore new game worlds and new adventures that have yet to come. For important updates on physical disc production for new games releases on the PlayStation consoles announced today, please click here. By the way, I haven't owned a PlayStation since the PS2 after what happened with my game called Free Realms. Yeah, I've forgotten about that. But it's like, oh my God. Oh, what do you mean I gotta be logged in? No, I want to read the comments. Let me read the comments. Here we go. We're gonna read the This is why I had to turn off the comments on the video, because I'm already pressing my luck with a lot of my sound bites on YouTube. Again, if you're watching the VOD, you'll understand why. If you go to my community tab, you'll see that I recently got a content warning for some of the comments I said about a certain individual. So that's why I'm pressing my luck right now on YouTube. But anyways, Rez says, will there still be a trophy support on these systems after the store closes? Quote, we are ending the ability to purchase games. We are announcing all digital future for PS5. Do you understand how ridiculous this sounds? This is why physical media matters. More and more proof that you're just buying a license that can be taken away whenever the companies feel like it. The bad news keeps coming today. Can we at least have a usable owned library search function out of this? Just stripping away everything today from us, huh? How much money is enough for you guys to not make everything worse? Why is there another announcement? Reading comment sections. In case you're just listening to the audio and you're not watching the video, I'm reading the comment section from many different players, like PlayStation users under. And I suck at pronouncing names, so I'm not even going to try to. But if you watch the video, you'll see who I'm reading from. Announcing the same day as you're announcing that you're going to end support for physical media is beyond a parody. It's exactly why physical media is so important. Excuse me. While I understand why you're doing this, I do not support this. Excuse me. Closing down one store while going all digital for another is not for me. This digital-only market is not for lifelong consumers. It's never been a better time now to be a PC gamer, folks. It's never been a better time to be a Mac gamer. It's never been a better fucking time to get on MacBooks, to get on the Apple stuff, and start pushing freaking hard. Because if you're going to go all digital, you might as well go with a system that actually lets you keep your software after you buy it. Because that's the one thing about Apple they don't take away, is your software after you buy it. How do I know? I can still download Borderlands 2, even though I bought that 4 or 5 years ago on the Mac Apple Store, on on the Mac Store, or the Apple App Store, whatever you want to call it. I bought it on their store for $30, I still own a permanent copy license. I bought Logic Pro over 4 years ago. Still on a perpetual license. I'm still getting new updates and new features every time it releases. And once I get the money together, I'm planning on getting a Final Cut Pro upgrade as well. I keep forgetting the freaking Mac keys want to turn off for some reason. There might be a setting somewhere that I need to turn off. But anyways, getting back to it, right? I'm just so incredibly done with this. So incredibly done. This is ridiculous. Buy a MacBook, ladies and gentlemen. You are literally better off buying a MacBook or a Steam machine and putting your games on there. I am not kidding. You are literally better off doing that. You will have a better experience doing that. So let's continue, right? Let's continue into this. Because this is only getting better. This is only getting better. PSN has a gigantic profit margin for you. The very least you can do is keep the online stores up. Considering how much you make from the subscription services, you better walk this back like you did before. Taking disc away from consumers, but also shutting down digital storefronts. This industry is cooked. Understand some things have to end eventually, but why do you have to give such a short notice for this kind of stuff? Would have preferred it to shut down at the end of the year or something like that. Not that it should shut down at all. Another disappointing decision made in the same day. No matter how many users still use these stores, they should remain open. So much content released digital only even on these platforms. These games will be lost to time. Imagine what will happen in the future when the same decision is made for both the PS4 and the PS5, even eventually the PS6, which now looks like to be all digital with the announcement of no more physical disc production. We will own nothing. It's truly sad. Well, it's been a pleasure, PlayStation. Stupid decision. Just the comment section is just ripping them apart, piece by piece, and I love every moment of it. You cannot be so serious about this. First off, all you want to make is all PS5 starting January 2028, and all a digital-only copy, and you want to shut down the PlayStation 3 and the Vita stores later in the year for other countries. This is unacceptable, and you completely need to reconsider this. You said foreseeable future for the PS3 and Vita stores, but no, you still wanted to shut them down. Gee, sure inspires confidence for all those digital PS6 games you just announced. Goodness gracious, I refuse to accept this. Wait, is that? Oh, that's it. Oh, wait a minute. That's it. Sony is now secretly owned by Microsoft. Well, I forgot I could actually highlight comments, I believe. I would highlight it. Yeah, more than likely that is the case. Let's see. So in other words, eventually you're going to steal our digital PS3 games from out from under us. Games that we paid for. That's not a good look at all. Feels very anti-consumer. You're already doing it with digital movie purchases. Glad I never got anything from you with that. Man, that Steam Deck or gaming PC is looking more and more appealing by the day. At least there seems to be a little more friendly with digital purchases. And I've also bought every console since PS2 within a few months of release. The PS1 in early '98. There are 250 platinum trophies too. Sad to see it come to this. PS5 will likely be the end for me, exclusives and all. But I hope you enjoy the Max Exodus disc brings. Thank God PlayStation supports physical games, so games GameStop stores getting delisted doesn't mean some games will just become permanently unplayable. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is going to kill places like GameStop. Yeah, pretty much so, buddy. Pretty much so. At this point, oh my God. Oh my God. This is brutal. Just brutal. Oh my Lord. The comment section has been ripping them apart, and it's great. I love it. Every moment of it. It feels like there's an extremely simple solution to this. Add a quote legacy console store end quote section to the current PlayStation Store where it will simply allow you to buy the licenses which get attached to your account. Then the software can be downloaded through the PS3 and the PS Vita's downloader. Let's not blame payment processing since you've already solved this by making those two store points purchase only. Sony just closed the PS3 and PS Vita store and discontinued physical games because they're bored. Seriously, your business strategies are garbage. Do investors even like this? Yeah, as others point out this news, and at the same time you announced you're going away from physical copies, is kind of special. Quote, PS3 and PS Vita represents an important era in our PlayStation history. So this was not an easy decision for us to make. I brought that up earlier. I can't wait to read what this comment says. Oh man, this is gonna be good. I cannot wait. Whoa, buddy. Oh, let's get it. Let me get a little drink in first before we do this. This is gonna be good. I can tell. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. This is gonna be fantastic. Yeah, sure. Like we don't know you're already you already tried to resell remasters and remakes of all your games for $80 or more. I have pity for those who have written this, but for the CEO and such, nah, you're not fooling us. PS6 in 2028 confirmed. They need to focus resources to the PS6 by closing these stores, and might release a few physical games for the PS6 at the start of a new generation if that generation begins in late 2027. Just go all digital in 2028, huh? Yep. Well, quoting from the post earlier, as the PlayStation Store continues to evolve support for modern commerce systems, including outdated payment processing standards, PS3 and PS Vita are no longer able to support these updates at the level required. End quote. Absolutely untrue. There isn't a payment method anymore for credit cards, PayPal, or anything like that on the PS3 now. It's all done from the PSN wallet. The biggest lie ever told. Why on earth can't Sony just implement the PS3 store content into the PS4/5 website? The PS3 store is just a giant web page itself. You could take off the ability to purchase anything on a PS3 console, but keep the website? You literally deleting thousands of DLCs, games, avatars, themes, demos, videos, and more just because, quote, it's hard to maintain because you, PlayStation, made it hard to maintain, end quote. Oh, I forgot. I apologize for that, right? I apologize for that because I had a whole bunch of like bots coming in and dropping the N-word and everything. So it made it really like hard for me. I know the stream is horribly delayed, but when you see this, just know it's nothing against you. It's because I had to deal with bots that were dropping the N-word and doing stupid stuff because my chat would pop up on screen. And so it caused all kinds of problems. And obviously monetization reasons and whatnot, and also is a pain in the butt to edit out the chats like that. So that's why I have it set up that way. It's nothing against you. It is simply to deal with the bots and whatnot that like to come in and mess up the chat for everyone. I hate that my Mac keeps turning off every 5 minutes. You are connected to power. You should not be turning off. Alrighty. So, let's get back into it. Yet there are hundreds of games you'll never be able to transfer over to modern consoles. Genius logic. Killing preservation one decision at a time. This is a shame and highlights the problem with digital-only games. When the servers shut down access, it's cut off forever. Well, at least we always have physical games as options. Now let's check that next post from today. Double whammy, what a horrible string of events for the players. Stop lying, Sony, stop fucking me in the butt. I didn't give consent. Ooh, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, you know what I get? You know what I get it? Even though I've made it a lot of even though I've made a lot of memories on the PlayStation Store, I think it's time to for it to go. I'm sorry, the guy kind of wrote this kind of weird. So let me correct it this way. Okay, you know what? I get it. Even though I've made a lot of memories on the PlayStation Store, I think it's time for it to go. But you discontinuing physical games, on the other hand, yeah, PlayStation, I don't know if I want to support you anymore. Fully reasonable. Fully. A bit early for the April 1st, brother. If it's not a joke, well, actually be a bit late would be the correct term right there. And if you want to get kicked off, we can. And if you get kicked off, we can move to my channel. No, I'm on Kick, so we're good. I'm streaming to both YouTube and Kick right now. So if for some reason it goes down, I've got Rumble and a few other platforms. I'm not completely screwed yet. However, I appreciate it. Anyways. It should read like this. I'm going to read it like this instead. A bit late for the April Fool's joke, brother. And if this is not a joke and you think you can pull that off, it's going to destroy PlayStation. The only reason to buy a PlayStation at this point is the disc. Otherwise, everyone will simply move to the Xbox. Well, Xbox is getting ready to get rid of disc too, so congratulations. No point in moving that. It should read like this. Otherwise, people will simply move to the PC or a Mac. We have no games tied to the ecosystem since they're all on disc and we can walk out the door very easily. I'm heading to the door right now after 30 years and tens of thousands of dollars spent. If you happen to change your mind very quickly before I reach it. Yeah, they're not changing their mind, obviously. Well, time for me to actually buy Dragon Gate 3, Yakuza Dead of Souls, and Tokyo Jungle right now. Oh, Lord, don't support them. So let me get this straight. You're shutting down the stores because it doesn't support modern payment processing standards. Yet you can't even add funds on the PS3 and Vita. You haven't been able to add funds on it for years. It's been limited to the digital wallet for ages. The payment processing standards shouldn't matter for all these platforms. It's just an excuse to end the store for these platforms. You're covering it up with an excuse that doesn't even make sense. So we all clowns that have physical games won't be able to play them on the PS6. Wonderful news. Thousands of dollars worth of garbage. Thanks. An absolute shameful joke. PlayStation has no limits PlayStation has no limits unless you're looking for vertical standing optical drive. Now game ownership and accessibility. We're going to read a couple more and then we're done here. Modding for the future, apparently. Get your games for free, everyone. No more physicals, no more digital store. Only free games on modded consoles. I'm going to say I'm not going to support that. I'm going to not support that one. Because, whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Just...
Oh my God!
That don't solve the problem. That makes the problem worse. Oh, Sony's hacking me to stop me. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Don't surprise me one bit. Anyways. Sony hacking you to stop you. Oh my God. Everybody needs to start contracting contacting their lawyers, antitrust lawyers right now. We need to stand up and fight against what Sony do here. It's not just killing ownership, it's killing any competition for game pricing and killing any game retailers. The killing of digital stores is exactly the evidence we need in this fight. We cannot just take this. This is evil, anti-competitive, and anti-consumer, and we need to fight against it. Agreed. Amen. Absolutely amen. Just
Oh yeah.
it,
Oh yeah.
there you go. Just oh yeah. Right there on that one. An absolutely embarrassing joke. Play has no limits unless you're looking for. Oh, that's the same comment over again. From a slightly different guy. The same guy posted like 3 different times. Okay, that explains why I kept seeing his comment over and over and over again. Time to start a bucket list of what to buy a week before the store closes, as there are way too many games and profile icons stuck on the PS3. My PS icon comes from the one for crying out loud. Then reading here further goes, how are you guys announcing no physical disc in 2 years while at the same time gutting old last-gen stores and removing everyone's libraries without refunding? Seems like plays do in fact have limits. Let's see. Support PS3 games on PS5? No. Support PS Move to PS5? No. Disable purchases for everyone on the PlayStation 3 and the PS Vita? Absolutely. Really, Sony? Felt it. He's felt it! Let's see. Finishing up here with a couple more and then we're done. This is a catastrophic decision for preservation of video game history, with Sony shutting down the PS3 and the PS Vita stores globally by January 2027, and even ending physical disc production in January of 2028. Countless games will simply vanish forever. We can only hope they realize what an irreplaceable loss for the gaming culture before it's too late. Let's see. And this final one reads right here. This decision deserves the heat it's going to get. Can't wait for this nonsense for the PS5 games one day, when you literally can't even have physical media. Terrible and anti-consumer behavior. Amen. Amen, brother. Thank you, Jesus. Somebody else is understanding. So now, here's what Stop Killing Games is going to be doing going forward. So I'm going to take a little drink, and we're going to get some breasts, and followed by some coat clap. All right. So here's what we're doing next, is what Stop Killing Games puts. We're working to introduce more registration in different U.S. states, reintroducing the Protect Our Games Act in California next session, and we're even looking at bills at the federal level. We're still collaborating with the UFC on the Ubisoft lawsuit, and more are coming up. We're still working on the inclusion of the pro Stop Killing Games changes in the existing Digital Fairness Act, with some big surprises coming up shortly. We're still expecting responses from the DGCC RF. Oh man. Oh yeah, on the game shut down and everything. We're expanding to South Africa, Japan, and just launched Stop Killing the Internet, which is fantastic. Should join that too. They are panicking. They are fuming in the community. We have reputable sources from both the industry and the EU Commission confirming to us that they are afraid of what we are doing, how far we have gone, and what we have all accomplished. If there's ever been a moment, it is now. No matter where you are or who you are, write to your local, federal, state, or union representative. Whether you're in the EU, in the US, whether it be California or the rest of the country, in the UK or anywhere else in the world, tell them what you think of this. They are scared because we are breaking the sledge. We are reaching the point where enough is enough. They are scared of you. If your representatives hear you and we can tell you they care. These companies' PR teams can be pushed to care about us through political pressure. You can support our fight by joining the Discord server and becoming a recruit through the list of different teams and everything that you can join. And obviously, you can put in the application as well for it. And there's the famous poster and the thumbnail that I used for the YouTube video. I want you to stop killing games. I'm so glad I'm not showing this on YouTube. So glad I turned the comment section off. I'm probably gonna have to start turning the comment section off on screen from now on, because holy crap. I said right here, fuck the industry. We are not criminals. We are people who just want to own and play the games we want. Hashtag stop killing games. The comment right here says, we are feeding the criminals, so that makes it partially our fault. There's a very easy way to follow exit from this mess for us. We just have to stop giving them our money and let them eat each other. I'm surely not running out of games for the rest of my life, and they will be running out of money in 3 months basis. See, they're really trying hard to make us live in a dystopian world, and if they need to resort to lies, it means only that we know that we are right and they have no real arguments. Never in my life would I ever thought to this day I would come out as a young boy playing the first PlayStation and every generation since, but today I'm no longer a PlayStation consumer. Quote, the ESA lied to lawmakers and the public to sway their legislation decisions by affirming that Minecraft / the COD community servers were illegal and fueled piracy. End quote. This is actually messed up. If any of them knew the basic game design or anything about computers, they would know this to be a BS statement. Let's save our games. I don't want blatant lies to become the norm. In case you're wondering if you're listening to the audio, if you're only listening to the audio, I'm reading the YouTube comment section of the Stop Killing Games post. And the first comment I read was from me, because I was like one of the first few to comment. And then everybody started pouring in after that, which was fantastic. I'm so glad to see the major support and we need to keep pushing. We need to keep pushing. I'm going to read a few more from the YouTube section, and then we're going to move to a couple of YouTube videos from friends of mine that deserve to be covered, because this needs to be covered. Well, one of them is a friend of mine, another one I follow. I also plan on reading some of my posts from my Twitter as well about this situation. It's more important than ever that we all make our voices heard. We are at the turning point for this hobby that we all love, and the actions that we collectively all take will determine the future of this industry. Make your voices heard, contact your local representatives, contact local news networks, and spread the word wherever you can. You do have to make a difference. Don't let big tech and corrupt politicians make you think otherwise. It's easy to be denormalized about things like this. Don't. These people want you to be denormalized. They want you to be depressed. They want you to feel hopeless and without faith. This is the biggest problem. This is a bigger problem than just games. Stop killing games and stop killing the internet is just one of the few steps towards fighting back. Companies will need to learn that they need us, not the other way around. If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. And this is pushback that will create a lot of pirates. That, unfortunately, is the truth. Hopefully, many more people will move up and go and talk about this in their own countries, not just in the U.S., but a lot of the Latin American countries in South and in the African areas as well. The African countries. I hope they bring it up as well. I really do. We have to move out from political colors and grudges that divide us so cruelly. This is about our rights as people and gamers. The change will start with us. It is unreasonable to claim that we cannot have private servers. This is like saying you can't play your own game in your own bedroom if it's made for the living room. Unreasonable and wild. Stop killing our games. In a time where political extremism is seen everywhere, I'm so happy that this is a place where people from all over the world can unify together. Let's see. I'm going to read these last four. Actually, yeah. 5. Well, these last 5 right here. Among all the things, among all this, the actual pain point is how hard they are fighting just a basic right to purchase ownership. Now imagine the harder fights against corruption, bribery, market exploitation, wealth inequality, or for human rights like privacy, speech, and such. SKG proves why people are often give up knowing something simple and beneficial struggles to make even a decent dent in politics. Sucky. That's funny. I have a new name for Sony. Let's call him Sucky. Oh, Lord. While the situation on the surface may come across as a lost battle, the reaction of the game publishing organizations goes to show you that you're actually doing it right, and they are worried. They know that their business strategies are greedy and don't stand to the daylight. That's why they try gaslighting everyone through these closed doors meetings with politicians. They don't want to confront you or enter into dialogue because they have nothing else than short-sighted greed as justification for their policies. And an actual debate would be too apparent. I recommend keeping up the pressure, and as mentioned, let the movement spread and evolve until it can no longer be neglected. Targeted coordinated boycotts, informational campaigns, and coordinated efforts with other aligned interest groups could be the way to go. If the gaming industry stops me from owning the games I buy, then one day I will no longer play games. The industry must either learn to respect its consumer rights to ownership or cease to exist. Let's make it everyone's problem. I thought at this point they figured out that one shall never consider even the idea of antagonizing the internet. There's way too many people with, quote, weaponized autism, end quote. Yes! Weaponized autism! Yes! Buy my shirt. It's in my store. Go get it right now. Go to my fourth wall. Go buy my shirt. Weaponized autism. You know what? Right now, I'm going to pull that up on screen. Give me 1 second. I'm going to back out of here. We're going to go to here. Go buy it. Weaponized autism. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to pull that up. That is... Yes. Buy my shirt. Where is my shirt? Yes, there it is. Yes. You guys need to buy my weaponized autism shirt. Right there. Got it right there for you guys. And now, you guys should definitely go over here. Click right here. Let's see. Yep. You know what? That's perfect. It's right here. All boop. Boop. There you go. Go buy my shirt. Alrighty. So now, go buy my shirt. Weaponized autism. As a common gamer / old net guy joke. Oh, Lord. I think the future consoles should be illegal. The fact that Sony has proven a couple of times within the last few years that they can yoink anything they please is frankly dystopian as hell and should be illegal. So, now that we've read the comment section for it, let's go over here to my Twitter real quick. And let's just show right here. Although, rest in peace, sir. Great song. Anyways. And Danny Glover, unfortunately, has Alzheimer's in his family. We're right here, right there. If approaches can be revoked at any time, then a payment should be refundable at any time. Game publishers. Fuck Sony. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Oh, look at this. Your PlayStation Plus Essential subscription will be canceled. Good. Good. And PlayStation's on the nihilist. Good. Right here from Sony, important announcement. Fuck you. End statement. That's so true. So here's Ricky Berwick, which I did reshare his thing as well. Let's see if I could find it real quick. Oh, let's see. I reshared it. I don't know if... Oh, I know he covered it as well. But let's see. I don't know if I know I reshared it. I just don't know where. Oh, let's... Because Ricky Berwick liked what I reshared, but let's go ahead and watch the video.
In 2028. Okay. Cool. Nice, yeah.
Let's watch this video.
I don't care, yeah. I really don't care. I don't care whatsoever. I don't care. Let's just get rid of it, yeah? Let's get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Like, are you out of your mind? What are you thinking, Sony? Like God removing my ability to watch. You're worse than criminals. You know we don't own our games when we buy it digitally. When we buy it physically, we own it. We touch it. We poke holes in it. And we fuck. Okay, that's too far. But you know what? Who's gonna sign my physical copies now, huh? Nobody.
Yeah.
Cause it'll be digital. You took that away from us. You're making me cry like Isaac. What is wrong with this world? Sony.
That's a good ass fucking question. That's a good ass fucking question. Let me go find what I said about it. Because Ricky did like what I said. So let me go find it real quick. It's going to take me just a couple of moments to go find it. I'm going to pause the chat here for a moment while I go look for it. Yeah, it is time to go back to the fucking past. Unfortunately, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice these days. You have to go back to the past. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Absolutely. Let's see. Where if Ricky, I know he liked what I... let's see. Where is it? Where is the post? Here we go. Because my words to them were simply, fuck Sony. Which, he left a like. I got a like from him. Yes! And right here, yep, now it's time to go back to the past. You just don't have a choice these days. And it's like, fuck. And I appreciate Coldfire shipping that out. So, there you go. That was my tweets on Twitter about it. So, let's watch a video from my dear friend. And I gotta go back to my freaking subscriptions to fix it real quick. There we go. Take me to you. Take me to you. I don't want that. I like watching Judge Flincher. He's hilarious. But let's watch this video. Let's watch this video from 8-Bit Eric. And I've already watched it ahead of time. But let's watch this. Watch this. This is great. Let's get ready for this one.
PlayStation just lost.
And just... I got to preface saying I have watched this video ahead of time. I love 8-Bit Eric's content. I watch him all the time. He's a dear friend of mine. If you haven't checked him out yet, make sure you check out 8-Bit Eric. Check out his channel. He's a great commentator. He's a great gamer. He's a fantastic human being. Legitimately is a kind guy. He does a lot to help people that he knows. And it's just... I can't say enough good things about the guy. He legitimately is a wonderful human being. So if you haven't checked him out yet, make sure you check out 8-Bit Eric. Give him a like, give him a sub. Let's get him to 100,000 subscribers. Let's get him to 100,000 subscribers. Come on, guys. I think we can do it. Now, let's watch the video.
A customer. If Sony really goes all digital with the PlayStation 6, I'm not buying one. I'm done. And before the comments start saying, who cares? Everything's digital now. That's exactly the mindset Sony is counting on.
Yes,
This
yes, they
isn't
are.
just about physical disc disappearing. This is about Sony taking away your choices, locking you into one store and making sure they control every game you buy from now on. I think this announcement just killed the PlayStation 6 before it's even been revealed. Let's go ahead and talk about why. So, today, Sony officially announced that beginning in 2028, every new PlayStation game will be digital only. Read
Pause if you wish to read it. I'm going to give you a few seconds. All right.
that again. No new physical PlayStation games ever again, forever and ever. Now, let's use some common sense here. When is the PlayStation 6 expected? Right around 2028, maybe even late 2027, maybe 2028, maybe shortly after. Either way, this tells us exactly where Sony is headed. The PlayStation 6 isn't just probably digital only, it almost has to be digital only. And that loses me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people pretending I've never bought a digital game. I buy digital games.
I've bought a lot of digital games. You know what? I'm gonna honestly say, like, recently I bought Borderlands 3 on my MacBook as a digital copy. I bought it from the Epic Game Store. To sit here and say that I only buy physical copies and stuff like that is total BS. No, that's not true. I do buy a lot of digital copies. Why do I buy digital copies? Because they tend to be very convenient for me rather than physical. But given the current state of this freaking economy and given how they want to screw you out of your games, it's almost pretty. It's. I just you know at this point, right? It just feels like I'm getting bent over with a chainsaw and just violated, and I didn't consent to it, and I just want the pain to stop. I'm quoting Mr. Menaker, well, paraphrasing what he said, because it's just like it's really just like holy crap, just holy crap to it, right?
Oh my God!
I just, I'm just like, oh, please stop the pain, man. I can't take it anymore. I can't take this anymore, man. I'm getting violated every day, and it's just getting worse and 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 worse. It's just like, please stop. I'm not asking for much. I just want. I just want it to stop. Oh my Lord. Oh, just let it stop.
Games all the time. Review copies that you get from PR companies are digital. Sometimes preloading the games is convenient. Sometimes it's cheaper even to have digital. Sometimes it's just faster. Digital isn't the problem. Removing the option is. Having no option to have a physical version of a game completely is a problem. Those are two different completely conversations here, guys. I like is maybe I buy a game digitally because I want to play it at midnight when it's released. Maybe I buy it physically because Walmart has it $20 cheaper.
Yeah, pretty much, it's like I buy the console, right? I buy the console with the intentions, right, of being able to own it. I want to own what I paid for. When I buy something, I want to own it. When I bought my drum set, I own it. Rogers doesn't own that drum set anymore. I own that drum set. Soultone Cymbals doesn't own the cymbals I have. I own it. It's my product now. I paid for it. Therefore, it's my property. It should no longer be Sony's. You see, so when I purchased my game on the Epic Game Store, I expect that to be my copy that I can play at any time I want, even offline, which I understand there is an offline mode. So I will give Epic Games that. They have an offline mode that you can use to play your game. You don't have to be connected to the internet, but having a cloud save is pretty nice, though. It is pretty nice to have a cloud save just in case. Like, you have a local and a cloud, so in case one of them's messed up, you can easily fix it with the other. Usually the local one, usually it's the cloud one that got screwed up, and you can just copy over, just re-upload the local one, turns into the cloud one, syncs it, bam, problem, no progress lost, which is nice. So that's one thing you got to give Epic Game Store credit for. It's
Wow.
Oh my God.
something I can't necessarily say about PlayStation, as I've experienced multiple times.
Maybe I just grab a used copy 6 months later at GameStop because I have some rewards points, or I just borrow it from a friend. Maybe I beat it in a week and I want to resell it. Those are all options that we have as consumers. Sony wants every single one of those options gone. Once physical games disappear, guys, Sony becomes the only game in town. Think about that. There's no used market, no borrowing games, no lending games, no shopping around, no finding an older copy years later because it still exists on a shelf somewhere. In 2028, every purchase will go through Sony and only Sony. No more third-party companies publishing video games, no used market at GameStop for PlayStation. That whole PlayStation aisle in both
Nope,
Walmart,
not
GameStop,
cool.
Best Buy, you name it, is officially gone.
Nope.
And if Sony decides
What
to
the
pull a
hell?
game, delist it, raise prices, you're stuck. We're already watching games disappear from digital storefronts as we speak. We've seen entire stores shut down. We've watched licensing agreements erase games from existence. Physical copies don't.
Yeah, it's again, Sony just pulled like what, over 500 shows and movies from their store. They did it in the past, back in 2020. Yeah, 2020 and 2021, they did that. And then on top of that, you're losing the stores, you're losing games, you're losing movies, you're losing TV shows, but they expect you to go to an all digital world. Yet somehow that's perfectly fine. I'm failing to see how that is perfectly fine. I am failing to see how this is okay now. I am failing to see. This makes no logical sense to me whatsoever. This is ridiculous behavior from Sony, and the fact that we are even that people are even okay with this, that people are just like, it's okay, whatever, I don't care. Like, no, oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no to the no, no, no. Oh, hell no to the no, no, no. I will never be okay with it. Never, ever, under any circumstances, will be okay with this. Hell no. Let's continue.
Care about that. If I own the disc, I own the disc. That's
Amen.
the difference. And before somebody says, well, PC's been digital forever, a gaming PC isn't the same thing as a console. My PC does my video editing. It runs my Photoshop, my streams. It records my gameplay. It browses the web. It works as an actual computer. Gaming is just one thing that it does. A PlayStation exists to play games. That's its entire purpose. So taking away ownership options on the one thing it's built for feels like a huge step backwards. And here's another problem nobody seems to be talking about. What happens to backwards compatibility? I've got shelves full of PS4, PS3, PS2 games. What happens to those? If the PS6 becomes digital only, what's the point of buying the disc version of the PS5? Are we not going to be able to put our PlayStation 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 games in anything physical anymore? Is the PlayStation 6 just cutting backwards compatibility completely? Were we unknowingly buying the last physical PlayStation ever made? Because that's exactly what this announcement sounds like.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I'm not kidding when I say this. That's exactly what that is. And I'm horrified that this is what it's turned to. That just I'm just running out of words to say because I don't know what to say anymore. This is horrifying. This is horrifying behavior. This is horrifying to know that we no longer own the freaking products that we pay for. We no longer have access to the products that we pay for. And I'm failing to see how this is okay. I am failing to see how this is okay at all. I just, at this point, I don't know anymore. I don't know, bro. I don't know. And it's just, my brain's hurting.
Wow.
Just,
Oh my God.
And here's what really bothers me. Sony says this is what consumers want. I
no,
don't
no,
buy that.
hell no.
Sure, digital sales are higher. Yeah, but why? Because thousands of games never receive physical releases. That's why we have game companies like Limited Run Games or Strictly Limited or Premier Edition or whatever limited games that make physical copies out there, because not every indie game out there gets a physical copy. Almost every single indie game launches digitally only. And of course, digital numbers keep growing. That doesn't automatically mean gamers wanted physical games eliminated completely. Those statistics don't tell the whole story. Sony's using them to justify something that they've probably wanted to do for years. Because let's be honest, this isn't really about convenience. It's about money. Digital games make Sony more profit. There's no disc,
Yes,
no
they do.
manufacturing, packaging, shipping, no retailer taking a percentage. There's no used market competing with new sales. Every purchase will be going directly through Sony now. Every dollar stays inside Sony's ecosystem. That's what it's really about. And consumers lose in the process. Some people watching this probably don't care. Maybe for years already, and that's completely fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy digital. I'm saying your preference shouldn't eliminate my options or other people's options.
Amen.
Choice benefits everybody.
Choice does benefit. Choice should benefit. And the fact that people are not stepping up and understanding that you are endangering your ability to own products by simply fighting for this is baffling to me. It is baffling to me that people are sitting here and just saying, hey, you know what? Who cares? Just who cares to that one, right? And just no. Out of hell with you. Out of hell with that. Hell with everything about that. Hell no. Hell no to that. Let's continue.
Competition keeps prices lower. Retailers run sales. Used games save people money. Collectors preserve gaming history. Removing options never helps consumers. Ever. And honestly, the timing couldn't be worse. People are already frustrated about game prices. Consoles, they're getting more expensive. We just saw an Xbox price increase. Accessories are also getting more expensive. Subscriptions are getting more expensive. Everything involving the gaming industry is starting to price people out. Now Sony wants to tell everyone that the future is digital only.